Okay, so Cubix. Today we're going to discuss Cubix. This video was requested by Cool Mozip. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. My pronunciation is pretty terrible. But let's get to it. Cue the intro.
It's the dawning of an all-new day.
Cubix is a Korean animated show created by the company Cinepix. The series was licensed through 4Kids TV with some extra scenes being commissioned for the English adaptation. Sorry, I couldn't find a Korean version online to show you an example. But Cubix did hold a sweepstakes where the viewer could create their very own robot design and have the winning robot premiere in the show. We can assume this is an example of one of the commission scenes since Cubix is just a dub over the Korean version and this sweepstakes was English exclusive. And fun fact, the Korean name for Cubix was called, and I'm gonna butcher this, Robot Jang Cubitsu.
Meet the grand prize winner of the Kids WB Cubix Build-A-Bot contest.
Hi, I'm David.
He designed his robot. We built it. And David recorded the voice.
I can knock down any building in 2 seconds flat.
Now stay tuned to see David's robot Demolishix in action on an all-new Cubix coming up next.
Right here on Kids WB.
Cubix premiered on Kids WB on August in 2001. The show takes place in the year 2040 in a fictional town simply named Bubbletown. In this town, the robots outnumber the humans and everyone owns a robot that has its own unique duty. The series follows a boy named Connor, voiced by Andrew Reynolds. After Connor moved to Bubbletown, he was able to fix Cubix, who everyone claimed was unfixable. Connor and Cubix joined a repair shop called The Bodies after saving an affected robot and defeating Colossal. Originally, the plot for Cubix was going to be a little different. The original plot for Cubix was as followed. In the original plot, everyone on Earth owns a robot, which can be programmed to be good or evil, according to the tendencies of its master. Connor was originally going to be named Bobby and discovered Cubix in a junkyard. What would have made Cubix unique is that aliens have hidden a special energy force inside of him, giving him extraordinary powers, and the aliens would have been after Cubix to reclaim the powers inside of him. Cubix also had a toy line, a training card game. There was even a time where Cubix toys were being given away with the kids meal at Burger King. Kids could also collect side pieces that came with their toys to create a Cubix. There was also some games under the Cubix brand like Cubix Racing Robots for the GameCube, PS1, and Game Boy Color, Cubix Showdown for the GameCube, and Cubix Clash Bash for the Game Boy Advance. The show's cast consists of Connor, who I mentioned is voiced by Andrew Reynolds, who also voiced Boku in Sonic X, and Mako Tsunami in Yu-Gi-Oh! Cubix is voiced by Jerry Labozo, who also voiced Chuck Thorndike in Sonic X. Abby is voiced by Veronica Taylor, known for her role as Ash in the Pokemon series. Chip is voiced by Amy Birnbaum, who also voiced Max from Pokemon Advance. Dr. K was voiced by the late Madeline Blaustein, who's known for her role as Meowth in the Pokemon series. Manga is voiced by James Cathcart, who also voices James in the Pokemon series. Hella is voiced by Rachel Lillis, known for voicing Misty and Jessie from the Pokemon series. I would mention more about these characters, but I'm gonna be honest here, they're just really generic. You got your old mad scientist character, small nerdy character, dense fat guy, and of course, girl.
I have no soul.
The only characters that are a little interesting is Hella. Oh, and Connor's robot hating dad.
Thank you for waiting. I know we don't exist.
No, that goes over there.
But are you?
You think she's gonna eat 8 donuts?
Thank you for waiting. Okay, yes, I know we don't.
Thank you for waiting.
Thank you for waiting.
Robot. Forget it. You can never have a robot in my house, so just give him back.
But Dad, Cubix is my friend.
I just upgraded our cable package with programming from every conceivable reality.
Wait, does that mean we get Showtime Extreme?
How about Showtime Extreme in a world where man evolved from corn?
We're not so different. We're both corn of action.
Yeah, but one of us is dead corn!
Boring.
Summer, you just spent 3 months watching a man choose a fake wife.
So what? It'd be better if the people were corn?
Jerry, you don't get it. This is infinite TV from infinite universes. Look.
Solex, the ultimate energy source that is as powerful as it is unstable. The password is KW.
I agree. Where's this going?
No, the other thing. Go back.
Really?
Remember
All right, fine.
the password.
right, you're right.
The future not too far away. It's the dawning of
never
an all new day.
Hey! Oh, cool! Is that crystallized
That could be our friend. Side by side until the end.
Everything beats.
There's no special powers right inside.
Hundreds of miles for each to choose with emotion-driven beat.
With the worlds of good and bad, 'cause life gotta fight day and night. Yeah, but you got the robot who sets everything right. Powers beyond compare. Evil forces everywhere. And in trouble we will always be there. Robots for everyone. Cubix!
After Cubix' original run, Cubix would re-air on Foxbox until June 2004. After that, Cubix would remain off air for the next 6 years and wouldn't resurface again until the Toonzai block on the CW channel in 2010 around 7 o'clock in the morning. 2 years later, in 2012, Cubix was taken off the line and replaced with the Rescue Heroes. As to why the show was never picked up for a third season, I'm not really sure. I tried to find more information on the Korean studio that made the show, but I reached a dead end on that. I even used the Wayback Machine, but still no luck. The show wasn't really talked about that much, which is surprising since it got a decent amount of merch. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave this up in the air. Why do you think the show never got a third season? Let me know down below. And did you watch this show when it actually aired? And if you didn't, let me know why. A sequel for Cubix was planned for 2016 and would have featured most of the returning voice cast, but the project has since been cancelled. Not much is known about the cancelled sequel, except it would have explored the concept of there being more than one Cubix model, and a much newer model dubbed C-Bits, which would have been a central antagonist, along with a female model named Q-Tits, Tits, which would have been Cubix' love interest. At the time of me making this video, Andrew Rannells is lending his voice in the upcoming animation series called Invincibles. He is also voicing Matthew in the Big Mouth series. Veronica Taylor, the voice of Abby, is still voicing Ash because you know Ash doesn't grow up. But hey, at least he finally won a Pokemon League. As for the voice of Cubix, Jerry Labozo, I couldn't really find any recent roles he's been doing, but he's in a band now, so you know, that's cool. Amy Burnham, I couldn't find like any recent roles she's been doing, but she has her own website where you can contact her to do any voice roles. She even does commercials and promos, which I had no idea. Like I had no idea she did like a promo for Steven Universe.
Welcome to Beach City.
Let's go!
Join us for some fun. Steven Universe special.
I'll see you there.
5 nights for everyone.
Wow, this sounds perfect!
Rachel Lillis and James Cathcart are still voicing Jesse and James from the Pokemon series. James Cathcart is also voicing Meowth since Madeline Blaustein's passing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. The next video is going to be OKKO related, so if you originally subscribed to this channel for OKKO stuff, you can look forward to that. There's also a couple more videos that I always wanted to make, but I always put those ideas on the back burner, mainly because I can't really figure out how I wanted to structure the video. I'll figure it out sooner or later. See you in the next video.